Good morning, everybody. It's Tips with Steve Pep again, and I tell you what, I like to do tips and help you people out, and give you some advice to the people that are beginning doing something or new at it. Because this is not for all you know-it-alls. This is for the people that might benefit from my video. And first off, it's not a tip today. This is not a tip. It's just a story. I want to tell a story. The other day, what was happening is I was down here fishing. I was down here fishing the other day. I don't know if this can they see that like that? I got to turn. I was fishing down here, right down here, and what happened was, I was at the boat ramp, and I'll show you the boat ramp here in just a second, so we get to it. We're almost there. Okay, right here at the boat ramp. This is a Toka boat ramp, and but I was there. There was two more guys. And they put their boat in the water too, and I was waiting in line, and the other guy's waiting in line for the other guy that was taking his time, but that's okay because we wasn't in no hurry. And next thing I know, I was leaning up against my boat, and he was on the other side of my boat, leaned up against my boat while we was talking about fishing, and all of a sudden he said, "There's a effing game warden." I looked funny. I said, "What?" He said, "There's a effing game warden." I says, "Where?" I look around. I don't see no game warden. He says, I said, "Where?" He said, "He just drove down the highway, drove past us." I says, "Well, why he gonna be effing game warden? Why is he gonna be effing, huh?" Well, he told me he gets his license checked. They said if they see me, they want to check my fishing license. I started laughing, and he said, "Well, what's so funny?" I said, "Well, I had my license checked many times." I said, "There's a game warden in Toka County. His name was Joe Young, and he checked my license all the time. And he even got my boat a couple times to look at my live well. And he knows I got a lifetime fishing license, but it didn't bother me because all he was doing his job." Man, I tell you what, I can tell you a story. I used to be a policeman, and for many years. And one day, or one night, it was like midnight or after midnight, and it was on Highway 69. And I stopped this vehicle, and it had it was pickup with a camper on it, and they were speeding. So I pulled them over and out there, and I was all by myself that night. And what happened was, you won't believe this, it was, I guess the proper word to use, Hispanic. It was 7 Hispanics, and I walked up there and I asked for their license and insurance. I said, "The reason I stopped you, sir, you speeding." And I said, "You got license and insurance?" He said, "You speaking no English." I said, "What?" He said, "Me speaking no English." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, what about your friend? He's speaking English?" He says, "He don't speak English." So next thing I know, I shine my flashlight in the vehicle, and you wouldn't believe it. They were 6 Hispanics. There's 3 in the front seat, 3 in the back seat of this pickup. And with my lights, my headlights, and my flashing lights behind this pickup, I could see in the camper through the back window of the pickup movement. I said, "Oh my goodness, they something back there." And I thought, it's a dog maybe it's a hunting dog or something. and they was all dressed in camouflage. So I said, hold on just a second, and so I walked back there to the back glass of that camper shell, and there's another individual in the back. Well, I was shining in there, and the glass is kind of dirty. I was shining, I kind of moved the dirt away from the window, and I looked in there, and I don't know, but there was all kinds of dead deers back there. And I said, oh my goodness, these just been hunting. So I walked back up. Now I gotta unsnap my sidearm. I didn't pull it. I just unsnapped it because I said, oh, this is kind of funny. There's 7 Hispanics, and none of them are speaking no English. So I go up there and I said, sir, you had to step out of your vehicle, man. And when he come out, I see more rifles and guns than you see in the Civil War. And boy, it had me kind of worried. So I get them all out. I get all 7 of them out, and I got them lined up down the ditch of Highway 69. And this is after midnight now. And I got them, I pat them down, make sure they all got big old hunting knives and Bowie knives. Look like they come from the Alamo. I don't know where they go, but they all had knives, and they all had guns. They had more than 1 gun apiece in the vehicle, but no guns on them. But I still kind of, it made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. And so I get there, and I count the deer. Hey, 5 deer. And I said, well, they ain't got no ID. They ain't got no insurance. They got nothing. So I said, well, they hunting, so they got a hunting license. So I said, you got a hunting license? Let me see your hunting license. I run your information, name and date of birth through Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Office, name and date of birth, and on the information on your hunting license. And I said, you got your hunting license? Miss speaking no English. And they talking amongst each other in Hispanic language. And so I tell you what I did. I spread them out a little further. And I got them facing this way and this way, so they can't look at each other. And so I call Shane Fields. I don't know if y'all know Shane Fields, probably don't, but he is a darn good guy. And I called him. It didn't take him no time. I don't know if he was in bed or eating dinner or if he was on a stakeout. I don't know what he was doing. But where I was on the highway was far away from where he was, and it didn't take him no time. And he was there. And since it was wildlife violations, I just let him take care of the situation, and I just backed him up for safety. But he got them good, and he treated every one of them guys with respect and dignity. And they was bad guys. And I'll tell you another game warden. There's another game warden. His name is Joe Young. Now, if you ever met Joe Young, he's a big, tall guy, and it looks like you don't want to talk to him very long because he's real tall, and you get a neck injury talking to him because you got to look up at him all the time, and the next thing you know, it's like looking at a fish finder on your boat that's hooked up on the bottom, and you got your head down looking at that fish finder, and your neck starts hurting because you got it down. Well, it's the opposite with Joe Young. You got to look up. But I tell you what, that he's the best game warden Oklahoma ever had. Friendly, pleasant, helpful, and I don't know. I ain't never got a shirt off of him, but I bet you he'd give you a shirt off his back. And but I tell you what gained my respect for Joe Young. One day he was working. It was one night he was working on Toka Wildlife Management area, I believe it was, a game refuge. and they spotlighters going down that road because a lot of deer there, and he hid in the ditch in the trees, and while this pickup coming down the dirt road, and one guy spotlighting out the passenger window, the other guy he's driving. Well, the guy was driving, the passenger was spotlighting, and they had guns in the truck. This at night. And I tell you what old Joe Young did. He got out there right after they passed by him. He jumps out on the road. He runs behind them down the dirt road, and he real stealthy. This guy is sneaky. He's stealthy. He steps up onto the bumper of the pickup, and he reaches his leg over the tailgate, and he gets in the back of the pickup while they're driving down the road spotlighting. You know, now, I could make this story real interesting, tell you that because the window was down on the passenger side, and I could tell you that old Joe Young, he reached around from the back, and he grabbed that guy by his shirt like this, and he jerked him out of the pickup window and threw him in the back of the truck with him and handcuffed him. And but I'm not going to tell you that because I might be fibbing a little bit. But he was big enough to do that. He retired now, and he's still big enough to do it. But he's a little slower, and he's not as stealthy. Oh, look at all them deer. Look at all them deer right there on the highway. That's a good thing them Hispanics wasn't coming by now. They got 5 more deer. But it's not deer season right now. This is February the 28th, I think. It's the 25th, yeah. And so what happened, Joe Young, he arrested them bad guys. They're bad guys. Now, you're going to break the law. That's one good thing. I have been stopped by the game warden and checked my license hunting and fishing. And Larry Lumen now he's a good guy, I guess. He loved checking me. He wanted to give me a ticket bad, but he never could. He couldn't give me a ticket to save his life because I don't do nothing wrong. I violate no laws of the wildlife department because I am a equal opportunist fishing hunting man. But I tell you what, here I just got sidetracked. What was I saying? Yeah, Joe Young. And I'm going to tell y'all something. That Shane Fields is not an effing game warden. He is a good, pleasant, friendly, helpful guy. That Joe Young, and he's even more pleasant and friendlier and helpful than Shane Fields. And Shane Fields is a pretty good guy. And I'm going to tell you what, we're talking about Larry Lumen. Yeah, well, I think I done told you about him. He's checked my license many times, never gave me a ticket. I don't get no tickets, but I tell you what, we got a new game warden. Well, he's not new, but his name is Shay Lattermilk. Now, I'm going to tell you, that Shay Lattermilk, he is, oh my goodness, he's a shadow of Joe Young. He is so friendly and pleasant, and he checks my license too. And I'll let him check me anytime he wants. They're not going to bother me. He not no effing game warden. I really never seen an effing game warden. Now, I talked to one on the phone once in Oklahoma City, but I don't know his name, and I wasn't going to tell you his name even if I did know his name, but this was over the phone. He didn't like the question I asked him. But Maybe he's just a bad day or something. I don't know. But this Shea Loudermilk, I hope that he checks all you people, because you're going to have a different outlook on life on game wardens, because this guy is, you wouldn't think he's game warden. He's so friendly and pleasant. But I bet you he got a ticket book in his pickup, I guarantee you. And I bet you he knows how to write and read, and he will hook you up if you are a bad guy. So I just want to tell you one more thing. One day, I don't know this guy's name. I forgot. It starts with an S, I think. But one time I tried to call Joe Young, and what happened was Joe Young retired, and I didn't know he retired. But I helped Joe Young a lot, give him information. Now, Young called me a rat. I don't care you call me a rat. I am a rat. If you violate the laws of the state of Oklahoma Wildlife Department, I'm going to tell a game warden, because I respect the wildlife, and I called Joe Young all the time and told him all kinds of stuff. And yeah, you call me a rat, and I got a tail this long. It don't bother me. But what I'm trying to say is, dadgummit, I done forgot. What was I going to say? You don't know either? Well, here two of us don't know what I was to say. Okay, so, all right, let me skip that. I'll come back to that here in a minute. Oh, no, this game warden, tried to call Joe Young, and he retired, and I guess they gave his phone number to another game warden. I think he was in Bryan County, down by Durant. But I called him, and oh my God, that guy was so friendly. And I never talked to this guy before. Don't know him, never seen him. And we talking, and you'd think that me and him was friends, the way he was so nice and pleasant. And he gave me, I shouldn't say this now, you can't get this guy in trouble, because I'm not telling you who he is. I'm not even going to give you his initial, and I know his initial to his last name. And he gave me Joe Young's phone number, and man, he's another game warden. It's not an effing game warden. Like I said, I won't repeat myself. I've never seen an effing game warden yet. So here we go. So me and my wife, we've been doing foster care for a long time, for years, like 35, 40 years. And we got a foster boy. I introduced him to you. Tell everybody what your name is.
Hi everybody, my name is Tanner. Thank you for game working my face nice. Thank you, I posted. Thank you, love you.
Okay, I don't know if you understood that. I didn't understand much of it, but he said he loves y'all, and he's wanting to thank the game wardens for his fishing license. Well, let me tell you something. The game wardens didn't give him fishing license. We've had him for 3 years. For 3 years, we tried to get him a fishing license, and Department of Human Services put all his pertinent information on the computer, and then destroyed all his original birth certificate, passport, and all this other stuff. And so for 3 years, we wasn't able to get his fishing license. And he loves going fishing. I tell you, he goes fishing with me. Every time I go, he goes with me. He loves it. And he goes crazy and wild when he catches a fish. And he starts yelling and screaming and jumping up and down. And he's very special to us. Well, we couldn't get him no ID card or no fishing license. So I write a letter. And I make a issue where I go to Charles McCall and I try to get him a ID card so we can buy him a fishing license. Well, what happened was Charles McCall helped us, and next thing I know, Tanner, that's Tanner right there, smile, wave at him.
Hi.
And he got a lifetime fishing license. Tell them what you got, Tanner.
Live fishing license. Okay.
Live fishing license. If you didn't understand that, I barely understand that. But he got a lifetime fishing license sent to him, and he didn't have to pay a single penny for it. And the director of the wildlife department took the money out of his own pocket and bought Tanner Duncan a lifetime fishing license. Now you're gonna wonder why he did that. Well, because he's a nice guy, and he knows that we are, even now, all these years we still can't get him an ID card because the immigration department in Oklahoma City won't give us one. I guess they think Tanner Duncan is a bad guy. I don't know. I really don't. They won't tell us nothing. You can't talk to nobody. You cannot talk to nobody. But this guy, I wish I could tell you what his name was, the director of the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, but he bought Tanner Duncan a lifetime fish license. So Tanner don't have no ID card, can't get an Oklahoma ID card, but he does have an Oklahoma lifetime, so he'll never have to buy a fish. So that's another deal. He wildlife guy, and he is a good guy. He's not a freaking game warden. He's a good guy. He might have been a game warden at one time. I don't know, but he's got a heart as big as Oklahoma, and so what I want to say is, you people got to understand, unless you're a bad guy, you don't work, you don't want to work, and you're lazy. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all can't work. Don't mean you're a bad guy if you can't work. Okay, you be good. We see you. Be good at school. No cussing, you hear me?
I won't.
All right. We love you, buddy.
I love you.
So, now I really got sidetracked. I don't know what the heck I was going to say. Let me scratch my head just a minute. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? You need to start paying attention to this. It takes two of us to make one of these videos. I guess, all in short, doing your job. All they doing is doing their job, and I'll tell you what, if you're not a bad guy, they're going to treat you with dignity and respect. And if you are a bad guy, they still going to treat you with dignity and respect. Now, I've seen cops beat the heck out of people before, just for cussing them out or something. You know? I've seen it. Believe me, it happens, even though people don't want to admit it. And all you blue, they gonna hate on me for saying that, but it's happened. I've seen it. And but these game wardens that I've dealt with all these years, and I'm an old man, every one of them has always treated everybody I've seen or been, or me and myself, treat them with dignity and respect. They pleasant, they friendly. All they doing is doing their job. And so the next time you see a game warden drive by, or he checks your license, don't call him a freaking effing game warden, because they are good guys. And I know I'm forgetting to put something in this video. I had it all planned out how I was going to say everything and what I was going to say, but I guess I got my point across to you. If you have a problem, call one. Now, I'm not saying you got this operation. Turning these game violator people in. You know, they got the Operation Game Theft. I have turned. I guarantee I've turned in a bunch of these bad guys. But I ain't never, not one time applied for Operation Game Theft, get no reward. I don't need a freaking reward. I just doing what I think is right. Now, if I see bad guy doing something wrong, That's between them and the police, unless there's something real bad wrong. But when you violate the law, oh, I gotta tell you something. Hey, people stealing my fish off my jug lines. I caught them a couple times, but now I got a camera, and I got a GoPro camera, and got a cell phone camera. I know how to use my cell phone, and I guarantee you, if I catch another person doing that, stealing my jug lines and stealing my fish, I guarantee you, I don't care if I don't know the game warden. If I call one, I bet you anything they will do their job, and they will help me out. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's not why I'm making this video, to complain about people stealing my fish. But I'm just telling you, these game wardens, man, you just need to tell them you appreciate what they're doing. And I guess I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you want, you can give me a thumbs up if you like game wardens. If you don't like game wardens, give me a thumb down. I don't care. I really don't care, because it ain't all about that. And I ain't got very many subscribers. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. It don't matter to me. But just next time you see a game warden, tell them you appreciate what they're doing, because they putting their life in danger. Now all these cops, you see all the cops, and I'm for protecting and helping the police. There's some good police out there. They got one in Toga. He's chief of police, Gene Dotson. Man, that guy is awesome. He's good. Oh, he's friendly. He ought to be a game warden. That's how good a guy he is. And I used to work for Roy Deck. He's sheriff. I used to work with him a little bit, and he's a good guy. And a lot of people might start hating on me. I don't really care, because I'm not doing this for publicity. I'm just doing it because it bothered me. This guy called him a effing game warden. Now, he used the whole word effing. I just say effing because I don't want no children or underage people hearing my negative word. So I just say effing. But if you like it, you know what to do. If you don't like it, do what you want to do. And I want to thank you. And God bless you, people. God bless y'all. And take your family, your wife, your children, your grandchildren, and take them fishing. It's good for you, it's good for them, and it's good for the body, and it's good for the mind. And if they don't want to go, do like I do, go by yourself. It don't hurt. If you get lost, call a game warden. He'll come get you, and he'll lead you to the boat ramp or to the dirt road, so he give you a ride. I don't know, but they will help you. And thank you, and I am out of here. Thank you, folks.